The Galactic Council had grown comfortable with humanity's silence. 3 centuries had passed since the small blue world in the Outer Rim had gone dark, cutting off all interstellar communication after their brief, violent introduction to galactic society. Most species had forgotten about them entirely, dismissing Earth as another failed experiment in spacefaring civilization. Commander Zethkar of the Hegemony Fleet barely glanced at his sensors as they passed through the Sol system during routine patrol. The third planet from the star showed the same dead readings it had for generations. No quantum signatures, no faster-than-light communications, no signs of advanced technology. Just another tomb world, locked away in self-imposed isolation. He was about to adjust course when his communications officer, a nervous Vilthan with trembling antennae, approached his command throne. "Sir," the officer chittered, "we're receiving a transmission." Zethkar's 4 eyes narrowed. "From where?" "The third planet, sir, Earth." The bridge fell silent. Zethkar had heard the stories from his grandfather, tales of the humans who had appeared suddenly in galactic space 300 years ago. Crude and aggressive, speaking of something they called rights and freedom. The Galactic Council had attempted to integrate them, as they did with all emerging species, offering them a place in the established order. The humans had refused. "Put it through," Zethkar commanded. The main screen flickered to life, revealing a human face, weathered, scarred, with eyes that seemed to hold depths of knowledge that made Zethkar uncomfortable. The human spoke in perfect galactic standard, though his accent was unlike anything in the linguistic databases. "This is Admiral Sarah Chen of the Terran Defense Coalition. We've been monitoring your fleet's approach to our system. State your intentions." Zethkar leaned forward, his mandibles clicking in amusement. "Human, you're in violation of 17 galactic accords by operating military vessels in this sector without Council approval. Surrender your ships for inspection and perhaps we can—" "No." The single word hung in space between them. Zethkar blinked all 4 eyes in sequence, a sign of confusion in his species. "I'm sorry, did you just—" "You heard correctly, Commander. The answer is no. Earth recognizes no authority from your council. We suggest you turn around and leave our system immediately." Zethkar's throat sac inflated with rage. "You dare threaten a hegemony battle fleet?" "Human, we have 7 dreadnoughts and 40 cruisers. What could you possibly—" His words died as his tactical officer's alarmed cry echoed across the bridge. "Sir, multiple contacts. They're everywhere!" The holographic display burst to life with red dots. Ships materialized from what seemed like empty space, not dozens, but hundreds. Then thousands. They emerged from behind asteroids, uncloaked from stealth fields more advanced than anything in Council databases, rose from the surfaces of dead moons that weren't as dead as they appeared. But it wasn't just the numbers that made Zethkar's blood run cold. It was the ships themselves. They were wrong, alien in ways that defied 300 years of galactic naval architecture. Sleek predators that moved like living things, massive constructs that seemed to bend space around them, and smaller craft that flickered in and out of reality itself. "Impossible," he whispered. 300 years. "How did you—" Admiral Chen's smile was sharp as a blade. "Did you really think we spent 3 centuries sitting in the dark feeling sorry for ourselves? Commander, in the time your species developed prettier color patterns for your ships, humanity unlocked technologies your council declared impossible. We learned to fold space, to manipulate quantum fields, to harvest energy from parallel dimensions." She paused, and when she continued, her voice carried the weight of 3 centuries of human determination. "You see, when the galaxy told us we had to choose between freedom and joining your little club, we chose a third option. We chose to transcend your limitations entirely." Zethkar's tactical display showed power readings that broke his instrument's ability to measure. This cannot be. 300 years ago you called us primitive," Chen continued. "You said we were too young, too aggressive, too chaotic for galactic society. You were right about one thing, we were chaotic. Chaos, Commander, is the engine of evolution. While your species stagnated in bureaucratic comfort, humans embraced the impossible." A new voice joined the transmission, young, female, speaking from what appeared to be a different ship entirely. "Admiral, we're detecting 17 additional hegemony fleets converging on our position from across the sector. They're bringing everything they have." Chen nodded. "Thank you, Lieutenant Morrison. Commander Zethkar, it seems your people have decided to make this a proper conversation." Sethkar watched in growing horror as his reinforcements dropped out of hyperspace, a massive armada that should have been enough to sterilize a solar system. The humans didn't even move to meet them. They simply waited. "Last chance, Commander," Chen said. "You can leave peacefully, or you can discover why Earth stayed silent for 3 centuries. We weren't hiding. We were preparing." The hegemony admiral looked at his fleet, then at the impossible human vessels surrounding them, and finally at the serene face of the human admiral, who spoke of transcending limitations as casually as discussing weather. For the first time in his career, Sethkar gave the order to retreat. As his fleet limped away from Sol system, emergency broadcasts began flooding the quantum networks. Earth had returned. Humanity was back, and everything had changed. In the depths of space, Admiral Chen smiled as she watched the Galactic Council's greatest fleet flee. 300 years of silence had ended. Now it was time for humanity to speak.